Good Friday morning. It's time for our 20.2 analysis. I'll go over the standards and then we'll go over strategy in under 5 minutes this week. I know I hit cap last week, but we'll keep it short. We'll keep it sweet for strategy and thoughts on it. Real quick, 20.2. If you saw it last night, it is a 20-minute AMRAP for RX. It's 4 dumbbell thrusters, dumbbell in each hand, 50 pounds for guys, 30 for the ladies, 6 toes to bar, and then 24 double unders. Scaled, you're looking at 20-minute AMRAP as well. 4 dumbbell thrusters, 35 pounds for guys, 20 pounds for ladies. 6 hanging knee raises, and then 24 singles. If you are 18 or if you're in the different masters category, check the standards as well. Weights are going to be different, as well as the knee raises and toes to the bar. I know they have sit-ups. Looking at the standards, they're pretty straightforward, pretty basic. Thrusters, dumbbell starts on the ground, front squat into a full lockout overhead. Full squat clean thruster is allowed from the floor. I know a lot of people last night, they were not standing up with it, going right into that squat, right into that thruster, which is fine. Your hip crease has to clearly pass the knees in the bottom position, pretty much full squat. Rep is credited, of course, when dumbbell is fully locked out overhead, hips, knees, arms fully extended, with the dumbbell directly over or slightly behind the middle of the body, so not in front. And then there is no dipping under the weight as well, so anything that is remotely close to a jerk is a no rep. Toes to bar, once again, we've done plenty of toes to bar. Arms extended, heels brought back behind the bar every rep. You can use tape or gymnastics grips or anything of that nature. Gloves as well are permitted, but you cannot use both. So no tape and gymnastics grips. It's one or the other. Any grip is acceptable, whether it's overhand, underhand, or that mixed grip for your toes to bar. Both feet must come in contact with the bar at the same time between your hands. Any part of the feet that any part of your feet can make contact with the bar as well. Double unders, pretty simple. Rope passes through under the feet twice, and it's got to spin forward, not backwards. Singles, pretty easy. 1 revolution with the rope. Hanging knee raises, because that's the other for our scaled peeps. Arms extended, heels brought back behind the bar. Any grips acceptable as well. And the knee just has to be above the hips. So those are our standards, okay? Now we'll get the clock set up, and then we'll go over some quick analysis and strategy. All right, so first thought looking at this workout, every round is 34 reps. Every round is 34 reps. If you're close to 30 rounds, or if you hit 30 rounds, you're over 1,000 reps. No one did that last night in the open announcement. My very first thought when I saw this workout was like, see you later, core. Toes to bar is going to wreak havoc on that core. You got to keep your core tight with the double unders. Thrusters, it's not many, but depending on your strength as well with the weights, it still may affect your midline. So I know people said as well, going through it last night, that you are going to start to feel it in the thrusters later in the workout. And it's more from a breathing standpoint as opposed to midline standpoint. If you've never done dumbbell thrusters before, you're in for a treat. Even though it's just 4, it's still going to be a little bit different than working a barbell. Watching the athletes last night, saw the Aussie boys, Con Porter, Matt McLeod. Con ended up with 857 reps. That's 25 rounds plus 4 thrusters, 3 toes to bars. Matt beat him, 899 total reps. So he hit 26 rounds, 4 thrusters, 6 toes to bar, and then 5 double unders in it. I know Con Porter as well had a couple no reps with the toes to bar, with his feet not going behind the bar, and then he missed a thruster where he didn't hit depth. I watched a couple other people as well, and they said fatigue. It's not really a fatiguing workout. It's more of a respiratory workout, breathing workout. Not a lot of reps for the thrusters, so you can just go fast on them. Same thing, toes to bar 6. Grip will be a factor as well as your toes to bar, how well you can string them together. And then the double unders are there. It's not a lot, so it's short, it's fast. Most people I looked at as well last night, they said it didn't really start to really hit them until about 8 minutes in. And then also looking at the pacing, the pros had about a 40 to 45 second pace, but they dropped or added about 20 to 30 seconds as well. They're starting out in 40, 45 seconds, and then towards the end around 1 minute 5, 1:15, and so on. Strategy wise for this workout, I know we have a lot of people doing Central Florida this weekend. Me personally, I'm not going to do it tonight. One, I know how my glutes feel after thrusters. I know how my midline is going to be after toes to bar. And then also as well, my calves are going to blow up on the double unders. Yes, it's not a lot of reps. However, 10 rounds, even if you look at something like 10 rounds, that's 60 toes to bar, 40 thrusters, and 240 dubs. And that's only 10 rounds. So most people would be hitting that in 10 minutes, if not a little bit before. Strategy-wise, though, definitely going to squat clean right into the thrusters as well. People made mention of keeping the hands near the bottom of the dumbbell. That way it makes it rest on the shoulders easy in that front rack position. I think the thrusters, and everyone pretty much confirmed it last night, they're going to be the easiest part of the workout. Move fast, and it's only 4 of them. So if anything, do not break the thrusters up at all. It's only 4. If you are strong with toes to bar, I would start off going for all 6 and hang on to that in the earlier rounds as long as possible, and then looking at potentially doing 3 and 3 or 3 sets of 2, breathing every rep when you're extended, and I saw this last night effectively as well, sets of 3 quick chalk, 3 drop off, take a deep breath, spin, and get your other 3 in. If toes to bar isn't your jam or isn't your strength, fast singles are going to be the thing for you. Double unders, 24, if you are really proficient with the rope, unbroken. If not, if you know you can get a solid set of 10 and then like 15 is where you're starting to fall apart, maybe look at doing sets of 12 and 12. Okay, 12, break, breath, and then another 12. And then, of course, if you're really good with double unders, use the double unders as rest, where you're nice and relaxed and you're breathing the entire time. I know it's easier said than done, but when you do get better at double unders, you'll start to figure out that the more relaxed you are, you can actually catch your breath and breathe and recover on your double unders. Also as well, make sure that you set the rope down nice and neat for all your sets. You don't want to have that rope tangled up. It's going to eat into your time. I know some people strategize by throwing it. That way they can rest when they untangle it, but we're trying to optimize performance here. Also, set your dumbbells down neat too. Don't just throw them around. That way, the closer they are, easier it is to rip them up. You don't have to chase them around. And then also as well, having your good setup. Dumbbells close to the bar, close to your double unders. And then, well, hit time, so I guess no more strategy. I'm kidding. All right, so we'll finish it up real quick. Like I said, make sure you have a good setup. Dumbbells close to the bar. Have that rope nearby. Set them down nice and neat. If you are using your gymnastics grips, no need to take them off, put them on, take them off, put them on. Just leave them on the entire time. Minimize your chalking as well. I saw this last night. I thought it was interesting as well. They had someone actually chalking the pull-up bar for their toes to bar. So after every set, they'd walk up, rub chalk on the bar. That way they didn't have to worry about chalking. And then last but not least, in regards to pacing, it is a long workout. 20 minutes is a long time. I know we've done some long endurance workouts, but this one's this one's more of a mental grueling test. It's not gonna burn like 20.1. That was just find that pain cave, suffer. This one, you will suffer a little bit, but it's not gonna be as bad. You can have a quick turnaround where you do it and probably redo it within the next day or two as well, depending on how you feel and how your midline is. But anyways, looking at pacing wise, if you do look at it more like an EMOM, you're looking at around 20 rounds. I think the goal should be, 10 to 15 rounds, depending on what your skill level is on the movements. I know for the higher level athletes, 17 to 20 rounds, will be right there. And then pros, I see some pros going, they hit 25 last night. I see some pros hitting about probably 30 rounds. So, I mean, it'll be interesting to see, when the scores come out, what the high score is. And then last but not least, pacing. Yes, I know I said EMOM every every minute on the minute gives you a couple seconds rest, but honestly, don't even look at waiting for that minute. If you finish in 40 seconds, wait till 50 seconds or 55 seconds to start that next round, because you will start to see some performance drop off later, no matter what. And then also as well, don't go hot out the gate. I say it all the time. I'm my worst own enemy. I went out super hot on 20.1, blew my engine down in flames. With this one, looking at keeping a nice steady pace for the first 10 minutes, and then the last 10 minutes kind of opening up and pushing a little bit harder. Anyways, that's 20.2 breakdown. Those that are doing it tonight, Friday Night Lights, good luck. Those that are doing it later in the weekend or later or early next week, best of luck to you as well, and I can't wait to see your scores.